Hi there, folks. Mama Raven here would like to tell you guys why it's important to buy straight from the farmer and not a butcher shop that buys from farmers. So I run into this on occasion with my beef operation. I try and sell to folks for a very good market price, and I always get the, well, my buddy works at a butcher shop and he can get me meat for way less than yours, or that's way too expensive. I actually did this as an experiment. I was told which butcher shop this buddy was able to get their meat from. I called that butcher shop up and I said, hey, I'd like to buy some of your meat. Told him exactly what the buddy of mine said, told him everything. And I said, well, is it grass-fed or is it grain-fed? Well, we don't know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? They're like, well, we get all kinds of cows in. I said, so you could give me ground beef from a grain-finished cow and then steaks from a grass-fed cow? Well, yeah, we just get meat in and we just start putting it into boxes, and if we have some extra, it goes into the next box. I said, so where do your guys' cows come from? Well, they come from all over. I said, oh, so you work with a couple different farmers? No, we go to the sale barn. So this very popular, well-known butcher shop goes to an auction house to buy their ground beef or steaks, basically their cows, to sell to you guys as a consumer. They don't know what the cow ate. They don't know where the cow came from specifically, because if they buy a truckload of 5 or 6, they're not going to know when it's on the hook where it came from. So why would you guys as a consumer want to save 50 cents per pound but have no idea where your meat comes from? I have this YouTube channel to, 1, encourage and educate, 2, to kind of help out the beef industry and the grazing industry to kind of get some more knowledge and information put out there. Hi, big guy. And I want you guys to see, if you buy one of my cows, where it came from. These 2 jerseys and our horned steer over here are going to go in the springtime, spring of 2024. I want you guys to be able to go back to the day this guy was born and see his entire life. See what he's been eating, see what he's been doing, so that way you guys know. Now, not that it maybe matters if he eats a branch from a tree or something, like it's not going to really affect anything, but then you guys know where he came from. If you go to this butcher shop to save $2.50, total over your entire meat order, what are you guys even saving? You have no idea if they put implants in their ears. You can actually, it is legal to put an implant in their ear that is an estrogen implant to make them gain fat. Fat adds hanging weight, and hanging weight means the butcher shop or the farmer gets more money per pound. So you guys are being ripped off and being pumped full of extra estrogen. Now, okay, fine. If you guys don't buy into that whole theory that estrogen from a cow or a pig or a chicken is making women become more mature more quick, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to argue that. There's science that backs both directions. But would you want something that's not naturally found in cows, or at least not in the natural level found in cows, in your ground beef? I wouldn't. That's why I eat these guys, because I know what I put into them. I know what's in them. I know a lot of folks that don't like grain-fed because it also can add estrogen. I think it's soybeans that adds it. A lot of folks will do a cottonseed diet because it doesn't add as much estrogen, but it still has a lot of protein. So there are things like that that really can benefit you guys if you understand and know about it, especially if you buy straight from a farmer like me. Now, I'm not saying you can't buy from a butcher shop. That's absolutely fine. I have no issues with that. I actually support a lot of my local butcher shops, and 2 of them used to be owned by family members at one point. Actually, 3 of them used to be, and then they kind of sold some stuff off and moved some things around. But I'm not saying don't support your local butcher shops. I'm not saying don't go there and buy your ground beef. But I got a friend of mine who loves to go to this one butcher shop to buy their meat, and they have no idea where the meat came from. They know it come from a farm, but it could have come from my farm, their farm, anyone's farm. You don't know what it was fed. You don't know what it looked like. For all you know, it was a slaughterhouse, it was an auction house animal that was sick. It was an auction house animal that was underperforming. It could have been a 6-month-old steer like this guy. You could have got this from the auction house, and that's what you're eating. You guys just don't know. So I put out this video to kind of get you guys to think, to get you guys to maybe understand that you might be saving 50 cents or $1 per pound by going to a butcher shop or something along those lines. But you could be saving your family a lifetime if you would just buy straight from the farm. You would know where it came from. You would know what it ate. You wouldn't have to worry about it. You know, there's new studies, and I'll end with this. There's new studies coming out about glyphosate or Roundup that is being found in people's bloodstreams. And it's potentially causing heart diseases, heart attacks, cancers, strokes, all kinds of nasty stuff. And a lot of folks are punishing farmers for that, even though a lot of folks use glyphosate on their lawns, and it's very possible that they got it in their bloodstream because of that. But why would you want to take the risk of something like that? Why would you want to take a risk in 30 years finding out that if you put an estrogen hormone enhancer in one of these cows that you now could sue because it causes cancer or something like that? Why would you want to be a part of that lawsuit? I sure wouldn't. That's why we don't use the stuff. And that's why I encourage you guys to find out where your meat actually comes from. And instead of buying the cheapest stuff, maybe take into consideration all those aspects. Knowing where it comes from, knowing what it was fed, being able to see its cute little mohawk. Cute little Jersey mohawk. Yeah. Jersey says, please stop touching me. Actually, that's a lie. He loves it when I touch him. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.